What is up, my Brodies and Chickadees and Sano James? I want to talk about Power Rangers Battle of the Grid and our possible DLC and what Rangers we'll get in that next one. Let me know in the comments below which ones you want to see, but right now I want to talk about what Rangers I would love to see in the game next. Now, our recent ones we've gotten, well, other than Zed, Lord Zed is one of the characters they added. And I think they also need to add some more villains in the game as well, and not just the Power Rangers. Now, we got the Pink Ranger from Time Force and the Gold Ranger from Power Rangers Zeo series. So, I would love to see the Yellow Ranger. Now, I know we have the Dragon Yellow Ranger Trini, but I want to see the original Yellow Ranger. I'm sorry, no, not that one. I'm sorry, let me get the original. There we go. That Yellow Ranger, Trini, the original Yellow Ranger. And another thing, you know, in my last video, I talked about the movie, and I talked about how the Yellow Ranger wore a dragon mech suit, which made completely no fucking sense. Sorry, but it didn't. I mean, it's a cool, you know, I mean, if it was any other Ranger, it'd be fine, like the Blue Ranger, or, you know, possibly the Red Ranger. I mean, his was a dragon, so that would have made more sense. I'm not saying that the Red Ranger should have just had that. That could have been an option for him, but I just didn't understand why they put the yellow saber-tooth tiger Mighty Morphin Power Ranger in a dragon mech suit, and that doesn't make any sense. Fuck, man, I'm having like a tongue twisting, you know, brain fart, you know, where it's just like, because it's so stupid, you're like, what the fuck? But anyways, moving past that, I just wish they had put all the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I mean, it just makes sense. If you're gonna add half of the damn roster being the original ones from the show in the 90s, then add them all in there. I mean, okay, like, we got the Green Ranger, we got the Red Ranger, we got the Yellow Ranger in a mech suit, we got the Pink Ranger, who else? The Black Ranger, which is called the Mastodon Sentry, which just kind of reminds me of the way they have him in the game. Reminds me of Stormtroopers. I mean, his move is literally like Stormtroopers. They're all holding a rifle, and it's like 5 or 6 Mastodon Sentries, you know, doing an ultimate attack on the other team. Hello? So, I don't see it being an issue adding the original, you know, just, you know, Zack from the show in the game. But also, I would like to see other variations of the Power Rangers from different shows, like the Phantom Ranger. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, from the, which one was it? Turbo Rangers. I thought he was so cool when they added him to the show. I think that could be another character they add in the DLC, maybe in the next Season Pass 2. But these are just ideas and ones I would love to see in the game. Obviously, we would all love to see the originals, and I'm sure there's a lot of others that you guys have ideas that y'all would love to see in the game. Now, moving on. Now, what villains would you like to see? Would you like to see Babu? If y'all don't remember who that is, he's from the original show. He kind of looked like a monkey, or, you know, I don't know, he was all black. He had like this little like eye piece on his left eye, and he kind of looked like one of the monkeys from The Wizard of Oz. And then they had the big bulky blue dude. I don't remember what his name was, but and Now, Rita, I would like to see Rita in the game as one of the villains. You know, just more villains for the Power Rangers for you to battle against instead of all the Rangers just fighting each other. I mean, as much as we love the Power Rangers, we need villains in the game as well. So yeah, Rita would make sense as well, and you know, possibly the ones from the other shows, which I'm not familiar with. You know, that I can remember from all the other shows, because I always watch the original. Now, I would like to see from the movie, not the recent one, you know, where they were advertising, you know, yeah, this right here, Krispy Kreme, through the entire fucking movie. Yeah, I talked a bit about this in my gameplay for, you know, Lord Zed, how he's an OP beast in this. But anyway, I mean, basically they just was advertising it. Hell, they probably, you know, helped fund the fucking movie. I'm probably gonna get copyright claim for this shit for even posting a screenshot of that. So, but anyway, the original movie, I would love to see the first Power Rangers movie. Like I was talking about villains, I would like to see Ivan Ooze. Now, if y'all had watched it back in the day, some of you may have not. You know, y'all are younger. But who's Ivan Ooze? Well, he's from the original Power Rangers movie back in the 90s, and he was one of the new villains that they added for the movie. So yeah, I think he would be a really cool villain to add to the game, because this game really needs more villains. I mean, we got Lord Zed, Goldar, and Lord Draken, and Mastodon Century, which they need to end up putting the original, you know, Zack, I mentioned this earlier, they need to put his original costume, and you know, and then we got, you know, Kimberly got her original costume, and we need the Blue Ranger, not that 2017 Blue Ranger. Now, here's the thing, I didn't think they looked bad as a design, but for a Power Rangers movie, it just looked too Michael Bay-ish. Now, I said this in the last video I did, you know, my last Power Rangers video. I was just doing some gameplay, you know, because they just released Lord Zed, and so yeah, I think that's something they need to do. You know, they need to add. They just need to put all the original costumes. Now, most of them do. You know, the Yellow Ranger, obviously, the Black Ranger, and the Blue Ranger. I guess they're going to have to put his costume in his loadout, or his costume option for Billy. You know, this 2017 Blue Ranger. And before I forget, and I almost did, holy shit, the White Ranger. Yep, you guessed it. Tiger Sword, White Ranger. Now, I don't know why it hasn't been done yet, and I don't see it being an issue adding that costume to his loadout, because the Green Ranger has two costumes, very differently, completely different costumes. You know, you got the original with the Dragon Dagger, and then now the other costume. Now, I don't remember this being in the show, but in Superpower Beatdown, which is a YouTube channel where they take two different characters and make them battle. He's got the gold lining on the helmet, completely different design on the costume, and he's holding the sword, which I can't remember the name of the sword, but it was in the when he first appeared on the show. So yeah, go ahead, guys. That's what they needed to do. Add the White Ranger costume to Tommy Oliver's costume loadout. I'm gonna say costume 100,000 times, but yeah, and he's always been my favorite, and he still is, and always will be. I'm in the video here. Leave a comment, subscribe, hit that bell. I'll see my brodies and chickadees in the next video. I'm out.